welcome to another exciting edition of Geek Life Presents Comic Corner. I am, as always, Steven, and before we begin, I would just like to tell you that a few minutes ago, I watched a video, and if I can get this link from my sister, I will share it in the description. I watched a shark poo in the shower, not in the shower, in the water, and it was awesome, and like a school of fish went diving for it like it was some kind of great meal. Oh, it was great. But I digress. Today we'll be talking about Justice League America #7. It's part 4 in the Trinity War, and since I started the arc, I figured I would just continue talking about it. And normally I would cover both issues that came out since the last Comic Corner, but it makes a video longer, and last time I had to split it up, so I'll probably just do Justice League Dark as a special edition Comic Corner somewhere in the middle of the week. Don't quote me on it, but that's the plan right now. So the issue starts, we see Lex Luthor in this room with some people in suits who's telling him that he's gonna be released, and he's looking at a newspaper and it says that they suspect Superman of manslaughter, and Lex is like thinking to himself, how did somebody do this? How did somebody make the Boy Scout think or make him do something like this, something outside of his nature? But as he's wondering that, the people in the suit keep on talking, so he fires them. He's like, "People, you're fired. Get away. I hate you all." And that's when Pandora shows up, and she's like, "Lex, dude, take this box." And the box looks like a skull. I don't know if I said that in a previous video, but it does. And that's where it shifts focus back over to Argus headquarters, where Amanda Waller is talking to the president, and then flashes over to Plastique, who's being asked, so is everything all set? And she puts something on the body of Dr. Light, and she says yes. So from there we go to the group of heroes with Green Arrow and Atom and Martian Manhunter, and at one point Soups breaks through the building, and they're all coming face to face with Dr. Psycho, who's torturing like 4 people who are strapped to chairs. And after a brief confrontation, Martian Manhunter like grabs Dr. Psycho's head and starts to read him to see if he's the one behind what's going on with Superman. And he's like, "No, it's a secret society." And they're like, "Oh, secret society? No." Back over to the team with Flash and the Green Lantern. They're trying to get back into the House of Mystery because they were over at the Justice League Dark's headquarters house, but they're unable to get in. They're like firing off beams and shit, and then Catwoman like is at the door, and she fucking just turns the handle and pushes it open. And they're like, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? And she goes, well, I just asked the house to unlock the door. And somebody's like, I'm not sure who it is, but he has the Green Lantern. He goes, how come you thought it was a dumb idea when I said it? I'm paraphrasing. I'm not quoting. But they go in the house and they find this mirror hanging in a dining room that has a place set up for food, or with food, and they start talking to Phantom Stranger, who is inside. He's inside the mirror, and he says the people that had gone with him were trapped somewhere between life and death, but he can bring them back. And this all happened because they were trying to interrogate Dr. Light's soul in the afterlife, but it wasn't working. And so you see Batman and a few others like come busting out of the mirror, and the mirror's shattered. So it looks like Phantom Stranger took and saved those heroes at the cost of his own life. So Phantom Stranger sacrifices himself to help Batman and them escape from this limbo, because that is what a true hero does, and Phantom Stranger is a true hero. A moment of silence for Phantom Stranger. And we're done. That was his moment of silence. So we go back to where Dr. Psycho is, and the big reveal of the secret society behind what's happened to Superman has been given. And Atom, A-T-O-M, Atom, the female superhero, is like, you know what, people, I have something to tell you. I'm a mole that's been in the Justice League for the past who knows how long, and I've been feeding information to the JLA and Amanda Waller about what's going on, and that's how they met us in Kandak. And everybody's like, mind is fucking blown, and they're like, what? Justice League's like, you betrayed us, you fucking bitch. And the JLA's like, oh, we didn't know. I mean, nobody tells us shit. Nobody tells us shit. And most of them didn't know. Martian Manhunter knew because he's like this mind-reading alien person. But, the rest were clueless for the most part. But that's where Adam reveals that the JLA was made as a team with members whose powers can not complement, but oh, I can't think of what I'm saying. I'm trying to say, but you know, they'll be able to help defeat the Justice League better if the need arises. Because the ultimate goal for Amanda Waller is to have JLA replace the Justice League. Because, you know, that's how she is. The ending of the book bounces back and forth between the group with Superman and Martian Manhunter and Green Arrow and a team of Wonder Woman and the people with her who have crashed into where Lex Luthor and Pandora are. Because Wonder Woman is like, give me that fucking box, you dumb whore. before I have to kill you. Again, I'm paraphrasing. And the team where Soups is goes back to Waller, and they're like, we know what you're doing. We know that you're trying to get rid of the Justice League so that your team can be the Supreme Justice League. And that's when there's an explosion at Argus, and that's when that stops. Meanwhile, at Wonder Woman, she's has her lasso tied around Pandora, and she's like, give me the box. And that's when Luthor's like, you know what, Wonder Woman wants this box, I want this box. But Wonder Woman grabs it and she's like, yeah. But she has the box, and the last page of the book has Wonder Woman with like a colored background. It's like red, and she has the skull in her hand, just clutching it, and her other hand's back like this. I don't do it well because, for one, I'm not a woman, and for two, I'm not a comic book character, and for three, I'm fat and can't bend. She's holding a sword with a chain coming off of it in her other hand, and she's saying, you know, the next to last panel is like, I have the box, yes, because I rule. And then the last page where she's holding the box in her hand and the sword is in the other hand, she's like, she says, and the box has me. I don't know why I did it in that voice. I mean, I imagine Wonder Woman sounds hot, whereas I sound like an idiot, but, you know, whatever. So anyway, this comic is, as the rest of the series before this, as in the Trinity War arc between the three books, is beautifully drawn, especially the last page. I kind of want a poster-sized version of the last page, which I'll show you right here. I hope, unless I screw up and it ends up over here. Oh, same direction, over here. Anyways, beautiful. I love this arc and this number 7 of JLA, and I don't know what other people have been saying about the arc, but I think it's fantastic. Other reviewers, not that I'm much of a reviewer, since I don't actually always tell you my thoughts of what I've watched or read, but I will save that for another time. Maybe I'll do a review of my reviews sometime. Anyway, go check out these books, this arc. As I've stated over and over again over these past videos, I am not a fan of DC, but this almost makes me wish I was, if some of the other arcs and stories are like this. I doubt they are, but I might check out a few. And if anybody has any recommendations, leave them in the comments wherever you're seeing this, whether it be YouTube or the Geek Life website or Facebook. Just tell me what I should check out for comic books and review after I'm done checking out this arc and talking about it, because I will gladly check out most anything. So yeah, go check it out, and with that, I bid thee a fond farewell. Adieu.